I don't know, because I'm still discovering. But it feels that it's... I just don't know what I would be doing now if I didn't meet dance, you know? Why do I dance? Because I think it makes me feel closer to my body and to other people. And also it's a way of communicating without the use of words. And I think it's interesting how, through dance we can embody different beings and different versions of ourselves that otherwise might not be accessible. And also, I think because it's a beautiful way of making art. I am, and I was 1 year ago, very frustrated with the global climate crisis situation and what people think about it and how we all talk about it, but it's never, or it seems that it's never getting anywhere. And after COP25 that was online, there was this one guy who was very smart, and he said that our challenge today is not how much we know about climate change, but how do we pass that line of data to actually taking action. So in that moment I felt like, we do have a lot of scientists who say that climate change exists, and there's still people who either don't care or don't know about it. So like, what can I do to make the bridge between the science and the lab knowledge and the people, and how can that bridge also be kind of a lift to make people feel empowered to dream of better futures? And I thought dance could be that bridge. When I started dancing, I felt like in a cocoon, so I was metamorphosizing to something else, and it was very scary because I didn't know why I had so many fears and so many questions, and I didn't understand how my body works, or like why I cannot do some things or why I can do some other things. And I think that transition, it's still what I feel today. Like, I am in the process of getting somewhere and becoming somebody else, or like myself but in another level. So I guess I will define it as a transitionary and exploratory relationship. It's so important to be aware of our bodies and like how we exist in this physical form. Because I feel like so often if you don't think about it, if you're not aware how you move yourself in the world, and like how does like the way you like actively like put your bones and muscles in one way or another, it's like very linked to so many other things, and like how you feel too. I think like not being aware of this connection make us sometimes feel restrained. And the more you are aware of this, and like the more you empower yourself to own your own body, the more people, or at least myself and other people I've known, the more we feel that we at least understand how we exist in our own form. And with that, taking it to a bigger scale, with the climate crisis and climate change, like to understand our relationship with the ecological system that we live in, like we first need to understand where we live in ourselves, and how these relationships like depend on each other in one way or another.
young, I was like, wow, yeah, saxophone, that's the instrument. And then I got there, and they were like, yeah, we have no saxophone, so gotta find something else. And I was like, well, give me the oboe. and it was good. It was good because I got to meet a lot of people. And I started playing sax in 2017. 2017. Before playing sax, I played oboe. I was in the music conservatory, and I started playing oboe when I was 12, so 2011. So I was studying oboe, and I was also into reading music classes, and I was in theory of music. Like it was, because it was a conservatory, like there were subjects, and you have like to. Why music? I think my mom influenced a lot. Like my mom was always, and is always, like a really active person. And so when I was like around 7, she was like, okay, you gotta get into something. And I was terrible at football. So she was like, you go to the scouts. So like I was into the scouts, and then she was like, oh, they open a new music school close to where we live. You are gonna go and make the application. Like, what? Why? And it was funny actually, because I remember I went to do the audition just because I was like, whatever, like I'm gonna make my mom happy if I do this. And I was thinking like, it's an audition. I'm most probably not gonna get in because I have like no musical knowledge at all. And then I was looking for the classroom where I was gonna have the audition. And by mistake, I got into the room where the orchestra was practicing, and then I just remember like the cellos and the viol, like just going with everything, and the director like, woof, and I was like, whoa. And it was in that moment that I was like, wow, I think I actually want to get into this. Like, it was just like so much energy coming from so many musicians and instruments that I was like, I come from a really low income community, pretty much like ghetto style. And so for a ghetto to have like musical education is pretty much impossible. And it was that the government decided like to, based on a Venezuelan program, they decided to start opening really high quality musical education schools on ghetto communities, and provide them with teachers and provide them with instruments and the plays, and this was with the belief that by engaging people into arts they will have less times to get involved with cartels or like with violence, drugs, like, and I think pretty much of that was what happened to me. Like it was not that I was not exposed to all these things, but it was just that I didn't have the time, because I have like a rehearsal on Thursdays and Saturdays and Tuesdays, and then I also have to practice for those rehearsals. So like I was just like, I would see the guys in the car and I was like, hey, what's up? But then I would have like to be like, okay, no, I gotta go practice. Like, and it was like, I don't know, back at those days I wasn't aware of like the impact that was actually high, and I was just like, this is fun. I like this, and I can see my friends, and it was just another space. When you make a sentence, you put like words together in order to send a message, right? And those words represent different things, and like, but sometimes they are like, words are not enough, something like you can say it in some ways, but you still feeling that you didn't give the messages you wanted to give, and because you don't know the words, you don't even know what you want to say. Right? And that's a big part when music comes. And it's really strange, because like I don't really know either what I am saying. And sometimes it just feels like it is not even me who is speaking. Like if it is something like bigger than me, that is like suddenly like taking control over what I am doing, and it just like goes. And then and then like thoughts will pass by, and when I realize I don't feel that I have to say anything no more, and then I was like, okay, that's it. That's it. So yeah, that like in a more like in a meaningful way, but it's just also fun. Like and it's so complex because you can think about like the theory of it and like fingers or sound or like projection and like so like it's really cool. It's really that and makes people happy. And I really like that one too. I was having this kind of conversation with myself one day, and he was like, "So how do you want to change the world?" And then I'm like, I think music. And I was surprised too. I was like, and then I was like, music for real? And I was like, I don't think so. So I don't really know. I think I want to record an album eventually. And put all the lyrics that I had like to say. And but I don't know. I don't know. I do have realized that it is not something I want to give up in the near future. So, we'll see. Music is a beautiful universe, and it brings people together. And it makes you find a lot of things about yourself that I'm not sure you would have found it otherwise.